We're filming a new Hotpoint temporary washer dryer model BIWDHG75148UK, and we're going to be doing white 90 with a drying cycle with some towels, and you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film.
Florence Ballard A3060.
Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Without further ado, let's get stuck into another video.
So like that, simply pull open, throw in colour on sheet. Fragrance boosters, fabulous. Okay, let's go. It says 5 kg is the most this can take for a drying. I've got an odd sock here that needs washing because it ends up in a dark wash somehow. So we've got a very yellowy towel wash here as well. That and that's perfect. Much as I hate the modern machines, of course, I do love this though, the swivel drawer. I just miss having the thing on top, the Ariston Margarita. There sadly was one on Marketplace, an A1635, but because they got sealed tubs to them, they're welded tubs, it's no point to me. I thought, if the spider goes on that, the machine's trash. So, these don't have a pre-wash, so you can't use that compartment there. We're using Astor Sensitive Non-Bio Powder, and Rhubarb and Pomegranate Ineos Conditioner. I really love this conditioner. It's got such a strong smell to it. No. It smells like, well, literally, yeah, pomegranate juice. Look at that. Fits perfectly in there. And swivel closed. So we're going to use Program 9 White 90. It's the only way you can get a 90-degree cycle on this. Beep, 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 beep. Right the way around to Program 9. Temperature 90 degrees, spin speed is obviously 1400, and dry settings 4 hours 15. That's the default time. Or store dry 340. I'm going to do store dry with this one actually, because I think cover dry on this one is extra. I'm going to do store dry and see what happens to that. 6 hours 40. Bloody hell. I say that's a default time, so we'll go. I like the instant lock and unlock on this. Wait. So what that does, it puts water into the sump to stop it. Yeah, it puts water into the sump. wait here pointlessly. And we're finished. So we do slow tumblers first. Stop. You know, for the coughing fit very loud. Bonk. Wait, there we go. Look at that. It's like I tried to do a LG6 motion there for a second. So these do have a load sensor in them, but I like that little. See, nice small load now, so it's not going to be too much to like dry that or anything. So I noticed there's a scratch on there. I thought it was a gash on the door glass, but it turns out it's too far away from where the drum is. So they've obviously put something in there like a zip, and it's caught on the door and like proper etched into it. And I think this heats in stages. It does the like it would do 40 first and 60 and 90. And it's also Jenna Coleman's 39th birthday today, so she's the same age as my Hotpoint 95 Let's see what happens. It should really be fully absorbed by now. So this is like the absorption tumbles. What? That's it, just finished my first week of nights, that's good. Right, so we've just topped up, we're heating and we're doing the fast tumbles now. The machine's just on the first heating stage and clicked off, so that's probably going to be about 40 degrees we've done. These heat normally 40, 60 and 90 they do. Nice bright colour contrast though. On to the next heating stage, which takes the machine up to, it should be 60 degrees Celsius, but this might be different. This might just go straight to 90. Right, we are now on the final heating stage, going up towards 90 degrees. So where the elements are going to start roaring. And pizza as well. Leftover pizza. Yeah. Oh. And you know what that sounds like. And you know. So towards the end of the, I think, end of the heating stage, the machine just sits here and does a static heat. You might hear that. Here we are. Oh, the dragon. Have we finished eating? Unfortunately, I don't know what temperature we're at. Look at that, instant reverse. I've got to say that the wash action's pretty good on this. That's gonna get sudsy. That is really bad, I think. We're on the cool down shuffle rinse now. 5 hours 24 we go. Again, that's probably going to cut some time off. That will cut time off the drying because it is store dry, centre dry. See if we get the dragon sound from this. I'll open the drawer when that finishes filling. Let that out steam. Shall we see? When that starts turning, let that out. Fills behind. I wanted to see what happens if that lets out steam. That's quite a good level. Yesterday I cleaned the drawer while I was letting that fill. Wow, that's quite a level. Wow. Okay, how much water is this taking in? Let's see if we get a puff of steam out of that. That is a lot of water that's taken in. Here we go. That sound. No, I didn't get any steam out there. Wow. The bleachy smells going down as well. That's going to smell incredible. Wow, that is quite a cold. That's quite a level. That's probably brought that down by about 30, 40 degrees probably. See if I pause the machine. Will it let me unlock the door? Let's see. No. Good. Because yesterday when I was doing a rinse, the water was up to about here, and it unlocked the door, and I was like, no. It surely would not allow me to open that. Alright, we're draining for the first intermediate spin. If this is following the standard Indusert type programming, it should be 600 for the first spin. Could be wrong though, because this is Whirlpool influence, so see what happens. So this is like the newer version of that Indusert IWME that I filmed. I think these are slightly curries, these are now. I don't know why the machine does all these unnecessary pauses. Let's see what the balancing is like on this. How sensitive is it? Here we go. I bet it'll stop and rebalance that. Oh no. Bloody hell. Doesn't care. That's 300 RPM. Oh, bit of a sublock. Well, that's surprising. That's not really much of a big load. And we stop. Oh, okay. That's definitely Whirlpool programming then. It's like the throwback to the margaritas, because they would do that. They do a burst stop. In the evolutions, yeah. Okay. Interesting. It'd be interesting to see what the final spin's like and I've been able to dry. Or is that gonna be fairly interesting. Let's see what happens. No, it will stop and rebalance that, definitely. Yeah. Let's see how we rebalance. Yeah, other way, that's definitely Whirlpool. Oh. Yeah, no. Okay, that's not gonna do. Ah, that's the cabinet creaking as well.
not care.
That really does not care. It's funny because it's an inverter, so 300 again. I think that's level as well. What's that about? That's 600, I'd say that is. Yeah, 600. That's interesting programming then. Also, yeah, the shocks always creak on these because of the way that they're attached to the cabinet, and they sort of start splitting the paintwork. That might be all we do. Bouncy. Takes a long time to slow down, that does. See? Inverter motors do, I think. Interesting stuff. That was 600. Yeah, I was right though. It just went up differently. It just went up from 300 to 600 rather than going 300, 400, 600 like the older ones did. I'll film this rinse in full. We were at about 5 hours 15. We've now cut down to 4 hours 34, so we have cut time down. Just do it off the spin, so that's good. Because most of that time now is for the drying. 3 hours 10 minutes of that is for the drying. The rest is everything else. Perfect. I bet the final spin's really long. I know we do a stupid amount of thermo spin on the drawing. So this is a two-stage rinse, because even though it's doing fast tumbles, we should top up. Oh no, actually, I don't think we will now. If that's doing the fast tumbles now, that's probably detected that as a smaller load. Therefore, probably not going to do a higher rinse. I might be wrong, but we'll see. And that's interesting. We cut the time down after the intermediate spin. Funny how old some of the towel. That blue towel is like 6 years old. Then again, I have got towels I'm like really old, I think. I've got towels that are like 10 years old and they're still fine. The machine's topping up. Oh, that was just a quick top up. There we are. It's almost like distribution. Watch how loud the pump when it brakes on this thing. pump should go off, I think, isn't it? Again, there we are. I like how we restart the pump. Reminds me of like Hoover Dynamic I had last year, where it would cut the pump up on every time the machine got unbalanced. There we go. Pump on this time. That does look a little unbalanced. Are we going to stop and redistribute or not? I wish you were going to say I don't care. And she's upset. She's upset. Oh, high speed distribute. Okay. That's interesting. Here we go. About 250 RPM or so. That's interesting we do that. What, 200 RPM that is? That's definitely Whirlpool programming, that is. $250 RPM. It's just going to go in one go. 300. I'm going to go from 1000 RPM. That's really intriguing how that spins, just up in one go. are on the final rinse now. She's reduced it to 2 rinses. We're taking the conditioner now. Wait. What conditioner we use? Oh, the Ineos one, yeah. Oh, there we are. Good level there. That's because it won't dilute the conditioner. Washing machine, tumble dryer, cooker, all in good working order. Machine's topping up. I think it's going to be towards the end now we do it. Huh? The dryer fan comes on. I didn't know these did that. Interesting. There's a Hotpoint WD-73 in North London. What is with all the Ultima washer dryers turning up? There's a WD-72 nearby in zircon silver that I might be rescuing for someone. Interesting. It probably does have to clean the condenser out. Okay, we're on the files. Well, it hasn't changed yet. It's on the rinse logo icon. Now we're on the spin. There we are. Jesus. let's see what we do. And she's upset. Oh, is that part of the programming we do that? So I don't know. Oh, there we are. That's Hotpoint style balancing, or Indesit. There we go. Are we going up slowly again? Yeah, we are. Wow, that's loud. That's very unbalanced, that. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Shakes it out a bit more than that. I'm going for it. For 200, 250 we go. There we go. I reckon we'll stop and do an anti-tangle though. I'll be surprised that does go all the way up to 1400 like that, considering we're doing the drawing. hell. That's vibrating quite intensely. We'll just go straight off in one go, I can't. Well, hang on, can you see this? Look. What's that in that? That's it. And there we have it. Oh no, hang on. One's fallen. Let's have a look what happens. So we just got to do the anti-tangle. Okay, it's all managed to fall. I'm glad about that because I was like, oh, the stuff going to get stuck around the side. I mean, I was quite disappointed. We only did about a minute of it. Maybe it's because we cut the time down, I don't know. Disappointing. Here we go, starting the drying, we fill the condenser. Distribution. Wait, that's like a 9.5 how that kicks in the distributor. I think the dryer fans come on, it's very quiet. Yep, dryer fans on. Gets the airflow going. I think this is like the wane. Oh, there we are. And now the heat is on. I'm officially drying. It's very quiet, that dryer fan. Wash and dry. Oh, we do the distribution on these, yeah. That's making it very hot, I think. And like, I think obviously 20 minutes in we do the thermospin. This might be going for the Thermospin. Here we go. Got some standing water on the seal there. I think this goes up to like 1200, I think. Oh, bloody. Oh, really hot in there, even the top's really hot. I remember it being ridiculously long. Just creases the hell out of everything. Maybe I can't stop. We start out, we do another spin, don't we? Oh no, we don't. We stop. No, back into the distribute again. Not allowed. I'll go back into ground now. condenser. Oh, pumping water. This video's gonna like a bloody hour long. That going back to drawing, I think. Can't get the dryer fan back on. Yeah, it's going back to drying. I think it's doing another thermo spin. Give it a try. What is it doing? Is it bloody faffing around balancing? For a bloody unnecessary thermospin. Great, now where the hell's my charge for my camera gone? There we go again, something else is
I'm back. I'm back home. I'm back home.
Yeah, I know, you said that about 3 times.
I wanna go home. I have my fun. Baby, I'm done. Wanna go home. And I feel just like I'm.
You realise you're on camera? There we go. After it's been years trying to balance. See how fast we go now. 250. So 200, 250, 300. singing, isn't it? What? I'm not editing.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not. It's got that drawing. So that's not
You've got the what?
It's got that drawing, so I'm not editing it out. You shouldn't be able to edit it out. Strict guidelines and rules on my channel. That is.
No.
Yeah. Hang on.
Huh?
Come here. What is this about? What's this about? Drop you on.
Stop it. Otherwise I'll ruin it. No. Stop it.
Stoy. You don't go stop it, you go stoy.
No. I'm not more for that to end.
3 hours, 10 minutes.
What?
That's just the drawing.
You'll not take all of 3
No.
hours.
Well, it'll probably cut down that time for everything to dry. Why is that look angry there? Look. It's angry at us, look. Oh, you're going to struggle it up.
Up, back and slow.
It's fine balance. That's not just wasting this level. bloody long that was for nothing. 7 minutes of that. Okay, so we've got 2 hours 11 left. Everything's pretty much looking dry. We keep doing pulse fills through the drawer. I don't know if you hear that sound. So everything's looking a lot drier. There's not really any humidity around the door, so I reckon that's gonna stop. Because yeah, all that's kind of disappeared there. Maybe sort of another 5-10 minutes, and that might change. Because everything's looking a lot drier now. I find the tumbles are a bit too short on the drying, and then we see that, and then we do the distribution. We cycle the heating on and off very There we are, another distribution. I'm going to get that because it obviously spreads the heat through the whole lot. It's not long enough though. It chokes itself. Quite aggressive with the action though. So we just had the 9530 video premiere. Right, this just cut down to 50 minutes because I physically heard it drop. I mean, everything's pretty much dry now, so I might cut down even more. Heard the fan go off for a second and then. It's honest to God, must be one of the longest dryers I've ever known. Again, it is a towel wash, it might do better with something like darks or whatever. So we'll have to see. Good job I didn't put any more towels in there then. How hot is that? That is unbelievable hot, that is. Top of that. And after this, put on a rinse. Right, we finally made it onto the cool down. You can tell the machine's cooling down because the top of the machine is not as hot anymore. We've got 11 minutes to go. I think we've been cooling down for about 20 minutes on a 20-minute cool down. I think these do, from what I remember. That's taken really long. That has to dry. Then again, it is a towel wash, so. There is a bath sheet in there, so I don't know, maybe that bath sheet is... Maybe that has had something to do with it. Again, it's disappointing that it doesn't spend that long at 1400 though, it's only about a minute it does, so... For something like towels, it probably could have done longer. But the Thermospins was unnecessary because you only did 1200 RPM, so it's like... You know... A bit unnecessary. It spends about 11 minutes doing a thermospin, but it could be drawing for that time. There we go. It does that pulse filling a lot. That's taken a whole evening. I've started filming it. The dryer fan's gone off. Oh, end.
Oh.
There's 5 minutes left and it just... Right, let's have a look. Considering that took literally about two hours to dry that. Let's have a look. It's store dry, so there should be a tiny bit of dampness left in this. Yep, that's dried nicely. So is that. Oh, actually nice and cool as well. They're not as hot as some of them. It's got that sort of new. It's got that new rubber smell that you get from. Wow, that is actually. That's dried nicely. That has. Okay, fair enough.
You happy?
Yeah. Well, not the fact that it took 2 hours to dry that, but.
2 hours?
Yeah, washer dryers take, well, these ones do. Right, all that fluff on the towels there we are. So I'm going to put that on a... Oh my goodness me, yeah, that's a lot of fluff in there, that is. And you see that? That's what you don't want going into your next load. So always, with the washer dryers, you know, run it on a quick rinse and spin afterwards. Yeah, okay, well that is the Hotpoint BIWDHG75148UK washer dryer integrated. That was running program 9 white 90 degrees with what's store dry or hanger dry drying setting. I don't know what cycle I'll do next. Maybe the steam refresher one because so this is a steam washer as well. That'll be interesting to see. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.
Keep with the flow.
Huh?
Keep with the flow.
Nah, that's not how it goes.